talker out there.
Yes, I'm right here.
Hi, Gail. How are
Hi,
you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing great. Thank you for joining us. You did an awesome post in the group. I hope everybody will go and find that. Gail, where are you calling from?
I'm from Emmett, Idaho, so I'm over by you, Lisa. Not very far, about 20 miles from you.
So
Yep,
cool.
I was born and raised in California. We moved here a year ago, so
Very cool. Okay. And who, well, first, what is your passion? What do you love?
animals.
Okay.
I
So
was
do
a
you have, do you have animals?
I do. I have two rescue dogs. I work at this, well, I volunteer at the shelter. I'm retired. I'm retired from a bus driver. I was a bus driver at the school district for 14 years. And before that, I was a veterinary technician. I have two daughters. They're both veterinary technicians. And so I miss working with the animals. So that's what I do. I just foster puppies and work at the shelter now and enjoy life, enjoy isogenics.
That's awesome, Gail. And Gail, who introduced you to ER Shred?
Connie Noreen.
Oh, Connie.
She
Yeah.
Yes, Connie. I actually met her through Isogenics. I've been doing it since 2014, and she knew somebody that I used to know that was doing this, and we started talking one day. And um, I lost. I was going to turn 50 in 2014, and I wanted to lose 50 by 50, and so I did that. And I started in January, and in July I had lost the 50. I turned 50 in July, and then I wanted to lose more, so I lost another 16. But it took me till November to do that. And I'm running and just really eating a lot of salads and doing isogenics. And I kept it off for about 5 years. And then I hurt my knee, blew out my knee, and then fell out of our Jeep and fractured my back, my L2 transverse process. And I kind of just gave up. And then COVID hit. And I put 32 of that back on. And I kept trying to get it back off. And I couldn't. And not sure, Connie, if you remember why you reached out to me, but you told me about this protocol. And I did all kinds of research because, we all grew up saying you can't eat fat, you can't do this, you can't do that. And so I watched Fat Fiction, just like Megan said, and I read Carnivore Diet because that was on that page, on our page here, talked about that. So of course I had to do all my research and I was blown away by Fat Fiction. I always recommend that to everybody to watch that because it just opens your eyes. You're like, what? Even my husband was like, what? And so I decided to start it January of this year. And like the rest of most people, I lost, I think it was 10 to 12 pounds that first shred. I don't remember. It was a while ago. I think I've done 11 now. And I'm down to 137, something I haven't weighed since I was a teenager.
Oh my God.
Like Lisa said, I tried every diet.
Everybody's got a clap for Gail.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I never thought I would get below 150. And then I was doing shreds. I've gotten 10 people to do it because they'd seen me. I went back to California and a lot of them saw me and they're like, what are you doing? And it makes you feel good. And I get so excited to help people. I know this works because talk about every diet. I mean, I did the grapefruit diet to Jenny Craig, to everything. I've been fat since I was a teenager, younger even. So it was exciting for me. And to feel, like you guys say, you come alive. It's just amazing to have the energy. I wake up between 6 and 7 every morning, and I'm retired. It's like, I don't have to get up, but I wake up and I want to do stuff and I have energy, and it's crazy. It's just a crazy, crazy thing. And this group has been, like everyone said, just an amazing group. I go on it and I tell people, I'll add them to it. And I say, go in there, look around. These are real people with real stories, and they're not actors. They're not the things you see on TV or ads that pop up on your Facebook or whatever. They're real people. And I know a few of them that have lost the weight on there. And Connie has been amazing. She put up with me when I was like, I can't eat another bite of meat. And I love meat, but I didn't realize it was only 11 days. So Jesse, one day I came home and I had eaten a cinnamon roll, and you had a video that I watched, and it said, you don't need that cinnamon roll, you just want it.
No way.
Like, oh my
There's
God,
no way.
house or what?
ER shred gods.
I will never eat another cinnamon roll again because an hour later I got deathly sick. I mean, to vomiting sick. And so I'm just like, it tore me up. So I'm like, those are one of those times when you're like, yeah, that was kind of a sign. They say, well, how you know if it won't agree? You know. I mean, and I just laughed though. I tell everybody about that because I thought it was so hilarious. I'm like, I couldn't believe you just said that, and I had to have that cinnamon roll because I deserved it. I was doing so good.
I want to ask you kind of an insightful question. How long have you been with Isagenix?
Since 2014.
2014. Okay, I got you. 7 years. And what would you say makes this protocol different? What would you say? What would you say makes it? What is different? What makes it different?
You can eat. The whole thing, like she was saying, the bacon and the pork rinds. I didn't even used to like pork rinds. I thought they were disgusting, and now I love them. I mean, I have them probably every single day as a snack. You can eat eggs, you can eat bacon, you can eat. I can eat avocado on my maintenance, so I love that. I mean, the butter in the coffee. When Connie first told me that, I thought, oh, that's disgusting. I can't do that. And I'm up to over a tablespoon of my butter in my coffee every morning. And I used to be the one that had the coffee with their cream and sugar. I couldn't drink the coffee unless it had a ton of that in it. Now I don't touch any of that. I just put my butter in there and I mix it with a little bit of shake, except for on cleanse days, of course. But I look forward to it. And the people that say they can't do it, I highly recommend trying it, because once I started doing it, there was a time, it was 1:00 in the afternoon, and I had went to meet my husband for lunch, and we decided not to have lunch because he had something going on at work. And so I went shopping, and then 1:00 in the afternoon, and I've been up since 6, and I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. And then it dawned on me, my shake was still in the freezer. I never even had my shake. So that butter had sustained me all through the morning until like 1:00 in the afternoon. So I'm like, that was just an eye opener for me on how much that good fat helps you, because never before would I have been able to go 7 hours and not really be hungry. So I have a motto that says, don't think about what I tell everyone that starts, don't think about what you're giving up, think about what you're putting in, because it's what you're putting in your body that's feeding you. And again, Jesse, you're the one that got me thinking this, that it's not what we're doing without, it's what we're feeding our bodies to stay healthy. And it's just been amazing how my body, because I told you guys I hurt my back. I couldn't hardly walk for months. To take a half mile would kill me. And now I'm up to running to 3.5 to 4 miles, again, 3 or 4 times a week, which my doctor told me, don't run unless something's chasing you, because I blew out my knee. And I was 50 when I started that. So he told me, don't run. You're too old to start this. And well, I don't believe him now, because I can do it. And my knee will hurt on occasion, but I just walk some more and then I run some more. So yeah, this has been an amazing thing for me. I feel like I'm in my 30s again, and it's just great. And I get so excited when I share it with people. I think sometimes I ramble on with them because I want them to have what I have. If I can do it, I feel like anybody can. And my husband, he was watching a video with Connie and Bob one night. We're laying in bed and I turned it on and I'm laying there watching it and he's listening to it. Now I've been doing this since 2014. He hasn't done it, but maybe one time before with the cleanse. That bone broth is a game changer too with the cleanse. And so he couldn't do it. And so he said, after listening to their video, well, maybe I should try this. I'm like, really? I've been trying to get you to do this all along, and now you're going to do it because you listen to them. But it's okay, because he's down 20 pounds too and feels great. And he's doing the shake every morning for breakfast. He makes it the night before and puts it in the fridge because he leaves so early. And I'm just really proud of him, because he was pre-diabetic and now he's not. So I've had my blood work done in the beginning of this and 6 months later. And my doctor told me, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever it is, keep doing it. So that made me feel good, because in the back of my mind, I was worried. My mom has had 2 heart attacks and my dad died of a massive heart attack. So this was a big deal for me to start. It scared me. And but now I know it works. So anyway, I just thank you guys.
I don't know how Bob is going to get you paid for this testimonial, but we'll get the check sent. No, really, like if you think about it, these testimonials, all of them tonight, like you couldn't buy this kind of stuff. You just couldn't. It's just too good. It's too real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real. And I just thank all of you guys so much, because when I was feeling down and I'd get on that page, it just brought you back up when you have those days when you have a cinnamon roll and you shouldn't. And I will never forget that. And just you read other people's stories and it's real. We're real people making real mistakes, and we just get back. I don't do what I used to do and beat myself up. I just get back on and say, I know I have the tools to fix it. And my husband reminds me that you have the tools and to fix it. And the non-scale victory, I went from a 14 to a size 4. I've never worn, I don't think ever worn a size 4. So, and they're loose on me now, and the scale hasn't gone down anymore now. And so I tell my friends that don't give up, because there was a pair of jeans I couldn't put on over my hips that when I wore them years ago in my 2014. And for 2 weeks, I hadn't lost any weight on the scale. And I was obsessed with the scale. I was one of those. And my husband told me to knock it off. You're doing great. And when I got on, those pants went up over my hips. And that's when I quit worrying about the scale anymore. I'm like, okay, it's not. Don't focus on the scale. It's the devil.
Hey, everybody, listen, everybody. I put it on gallery mode. What do y'all think about Gail going from a size 14